Officials in one county warning, get out or die.
Wow, that's a strong message. Well, Rob Schmidt is live in Richmond, where the water is only unfortunately getting higher. Good morning, Rob.
Yeah, and it could get higher for the next 24 hours. Guys, good morning to you. The reservoirs, the rivers are the story now. The skies have cleared out. A lot of Houston and a lot of the areas of southeast Texas have really dried out and dried out fast. But some areas are still inundated with water, and some of that water will continue to rise. We're talking about right now Beaumont, Port Arthur. That is the big story today, is that area, extreme eastern Texas, right on the Louisiana border. The issue there is the Neches River, which runs right through Beaumont, right through Port Arthur, which is just southeast of Beaumont, and then spills into the Gulf. That river has risen incredibly fast. One of the biggest issues is that they actually pump their water from that river to distribute water to those cities, especially Beaumont, and the pumping system has been destroyed by the storm. So now they're not going to have fresh water, and that was expected to happen sometime this morning, right now, as they were supposed to no longer have water in that area, and that is a big issue. Also, rising water prompting a judge in Tyler County to tell people to get out or die, and if you're going to stay, write your name and your Social Security on your arm.
Let's begin with this, a Fox News alert. Evacuate or die. That's the warning from authorities to people in Puerto Rico as Hurricane Maria closes in. The powerful Category 4 storm, packed with 155-mile-per-hour winds, expected to make landfall on the island in just a few hours. It's already claimed at least one life after roaring through the island of Guadalupe.
Hey guys, Chief here. Looks like it's 8:28 Eastern Standard Time. One here watching. You're not going to believe what I just figured out. Alright, remember they faked the storm and they said they were going to Miami? Alright, remember they told us, remember how they had everybody in Miami yesterday freaking out and everything, going to the shelter, how they had this storm going directly here? But now it's changed, and guess what they did? They got all the people in the shelters in Miami because they faked it, where it was going to be, and guess where now? Now they're evacuating people in Tampa and Fort Myers. Oh, what a sneaky trick they did. They changed the forecast and knew they were going to do it. And now look what they're doing. They left people in harm's way again. They told people in Miami to go to Tampa. I'm serious. And now they're in Tampa evacuating people, and they say either get out or go to a shelter. And they pulled another fast one on the people again.
I want to go to Tampa right now, talk to the mayor, Bob Buckhorn, who will.
Boy, they plan this, guys. They're devious.
Than what many in Tampa.
They want that kill. I don't know. They want to kill humans. Obviously, they're putting you in harm's way everywhere you go.
It was going to be more of an eastern storm, and it didn't take this more western track earlier today.
We already know how you fooled them.
What your day has been like. I know a number of people had actually left Miami, had come to Tampa, thinking that was going to be a safer area for them.
You hear what he said?
To one person who was considering driving back to Miami or what they should do. How are things in shelters?
You see what they got people doing now?
Right now in Tampa?
Stressing out back and forth. Now everybody's got to go to a shelter. They screwed everybody.
I would imagine tomorrow and Monday.
They just picked up another 100,000 people, maybe more.
We have not been hit by a hurricane in 90 years. So this, for us, even though we train for this every day, all year round, is going to be an experience unlike anything we've ever seen, particularly given the magnitude of this storm. Shelters are filling up. We still have some availability.
There you go.
What I am concerned about, though, is given sort of the rightward shift of the storm, is the impact is going to be more severe than we had ever anticipated 3, 4, 5 days ago. We were ready to come assist our friends in Miami.
No, that's not true, because last night we knew all this. So stop, he's lying his ass off. He might have known about 3 days ago. But they didn't tell anybody else.
The storm surge, the latest estimates I've seen.
They're devious. They got people stuck on the West Coast because everybody rolled over there. And now they're coming up the West Coast and putting people in shelters. Ain't that nice? What they did on purpose.
What is that going to do to Tampa?
Listen to this. Tampa Mayor.
It would hit us pretty hard. We are a low-lying city. We are right on the Hillsborough Bay. Our downtown is right on that water, as you well know. There are some residential areas around it, one of which is mine. I mean, my family has evacuated. If we get that,
I bet you did.
You're going to have significant.
He's probably sitting at the Hyatt Regency and shit somewhere in Atlanta.
Around Tampa Bay. Downtown Tampa will be affected. Harbor Island, Davis Island.
Marco Island is in trouble. Like I said 48 hours ago, it's going to get a straight direct hit. They're not talking about it.
Rain are going to be significant. But Anderson, what is compounding the problem is that the surge will occur at the same time that we have a high tide.
Oh, isn't that perfect timing?
Morning from probably 6 o'clock.
How you know this is orchestrated, man? This thing is happening exactly symbolically for all the Skank Squad stuff.
Increase the amount of water that is being pushed up on the land.
Oh, well, that makes it convenient to say that you flooded out the city on purpose, and this was a fake-ass storm.
If people wake up tomorrow morning in Tampa
If they
or
wake
surrounding
up.
areas and decide, you know
You
what?
hear what he just said?
I'm not going to try to ride this out.
Say that again there, Sunshine. He said if people wake up. Did you hear what he just said? He's assuming people won't wake up. Hold on, man. Look, the words up here are starting to piss me off with these people.
We're going to be okay, but there will be damages and there will be flooding.
Said if. Who says that?
If people wake up tomorrow morning in Tampa or surrounding areas and decide, you know what, I'm not going to try to ride this out, are there still shelters? I mean, you said there is some room at shelters.
Dude, they're in trouble. They're already putting people in shelters. They're already going in the streets in Tampa right now and moving people out. The cops are there now, the National Guard.
Dwindling fairly rapidly as the storm gets closer.
You see the ship in the background when the lightning hit?
To them and to anybody who's listening, who's in flood zone A, if there is sustained winds higher than 40 degrees or 40 miles per hour, Tampa Police Department and Tampa Fire Rescue cannot come and get you. And we can't put those law enforcement and public.
They always love to tell you that because it creates stress through a frequency.
So my suggestion to you is you still
There
have
goes the storm
probably 12
surge.
to
Well,
15
that's not the
hours
storm surge.
to make this
That's wind
decision.
gusts.
Get up in the
Tampa
morning
and
move.
Fort
You
Myers
don't
are
have to go
expecting
to
wind gusts,
you don't have to
a
go back
steady
to
wind
Tennessee.
gust
Just move
of at
to
least 10 or
another
15, 30
flood
minutes,
zone.
maybe
It may
more,
be a couple
132
blocks
mile an
away.
hour. That's
It's
devastating.
2 miles away, but just get out of flood zone A and let us do our job.
Well, Mayor,
So what do you want them to do? Go to shelters, Mayor? After you told people in Miami to go to Tampa Bay, you piece of shit, you set them up, you prick.
Although, of course, everybody's plans always, can change on a dime. Along with this weather,
There's a storm surge.
Talk to you throughout
6
the
to
storm
10
here.
feet, and
Good
I'm
luck to
telling you way
and
more. I'm
everybody
telling you
in Tampa.
20,
Of
25.
course,
Easy.
all along,
This whole
all
place
around
is going to be
Florida
inundated.
tonight,
You're going to
because
see
no matter where you are, in
some
Florida,
serious
frankly, in other states as well, this is a storm that is
catastrophes
going to affect you
coming up in
one
the
way
next
or another.
24 hours.
Maybe worse than you thought, maybe less than you thought. But this is
They don't
a
tell you nothing, do
statewide
they?
storm. It is going to impact everybody in one way or another in the state of Florida, and authorities have been saying that now for some time. We're going to take a short break as we continue to track Hurricane.
Yeah. Just absolutely beautiful. They set people up. They faked Miami out, right? They moved the storm yesterday after we talked about what it would make landfall near Marathon, east of Marathon and the Keys. It would split it in half. And then full force brunt would hit Fort Myers on the northwest side, and the Keys, the northeast side, is going to pound Marco Island. And that island's in trouble. I even saw people, this is no lie, they just drove down the island about 15, 20 minutes ago on live TV, and they were driving down Marco Island. There's still people living there. They're rancher houses. The rancher houses are only, what, 30 feet tall? This is a setup. And you got to be an idiot to stay there. Definitely get out now, and definitely don't go to shelters, because they hooked wind to people again. A lot of people went from Miami to Tampa, and now they're leaving. I told you to go north and keep going. I told you not to stay there. They continue to play the game with people and put them in harm's way so they can harvest these souls, depopulate this earth, and create a ritual that's just going to continue this shit. All right, guys, you have a good day. Hey, guys, it's the Chief here. Notice these little stories have been going on all through the real massacre that they created. All right, there are real people in desperate need. We talked about this, and I already said this in my video on Thursday, that this was a false flag. It was an orchestrated event. Not only is HARP involved, and the steering mechanism from the clouds and from these antennas in the ionized atmosphere, what they do is shoot a beam up in there. It heats up, it rises, and that condenses when the air fills up. That's how you make storms. That's how storms are made. So we know they can control the weather, but we also have another thing now. We also know that the actual remnants of the weather, like the high winds and the rain and all these different things now are being helped along with these little spaceships that they have cloaked up in the sky also. So they're not... That's what I think they were talking about when they said we have 500 days to avoid climate chaos, the French Prime Minister. That was on 2015, September 23rd. It is now almost 2 years later. And we're just starting to see what they were talking about. Now, these are orchestrated floods. I mean, I don't care what they're trying to prove here. I don't know why they're doing it. But it says, it even says on here sometimes that that they're trying to get these people out, which is the actual reason why they did this in the first place, was to get these people to scatter, to uproot their lives, to ruin their stuff, to get the energy from these people. Okay, they don't care about the insurance. Insurance and money doesn't matter to these people. They don't care anymore at all. The money doesn't matter to the insurance companies. Why? Because they're all in the same boat. They all just use the electronic funds transfer. This is how things are done. They don't have all this money, but they control the bank. So they have what they tell you have, and they have what they want. Anybody understand that at all? That's how it really works in the system. But here we go again. Mason symbolism. 311 backwards. Okay? I can get into the words Houston, that has symbolism, but for this particular video, we just want to look and concentrate on CNN here, because what they're doing is they're taking a bad situation and mocking you by faking these rescue efforts on TV and showing you bullshit. It's one thing, they won't show you the real deal. They won't show you when people are satisfied and happy and everything like that. They won't show you real energy, because that doesn't work for their ritual. They have to create this energy for it to work. So you won't see the other people who are helping, the people who are making differences and do not have an agenda. You won't see that, because it doesn't play right in the minds of the people. It doesn't work for their ritual. Do you understand? Does anybody understand? If you don't, just ask me some questions. The ritual is important. It has certain elements in each ritual: mocking, symbolism, gematria. All this goes together into a big ball of negative energy that they use. They live and breathe off of this energy that we give them. That's why they do so many stupid damn things in the news. And that's why they control everything now, because when they need the energy, they need it. That's all there's to it. What you're going to see is a fake. These are actors. He's a Mason. He's got a hat on that has a Mason symbol. Here's a Mason symbol over here on the side of the wall. This is not by mistake. I want you to watch it all, and we'll come back and look at it.
Brian, you're in an airboat in a completely flooded neighborhood. You just helped rescue 4 people from the top of their cars. Tell us about that and what the conditions are like right now.
One more thing. It's 2,000 water rescues, and he just said 4 people. 2 and 4 is the kill number. That's mocking everybody. We're killing you, and we're faking these rescues, and we're laughing at you, and we're letting you drown, and we're letting you fucking suffer, and we're letting you do all that, and we're disseminating your family. We're breaking your family apart. This is all it is. This is all it is. It doesn't matter what the outcome of these people are. Some of their lives are going to get affected. Some of them will get uprooted and never come back again. This is the whole idea. This is negative energy. This is how energy works in this world. They are the masters at creating this energy. They need this energy that's the important part. Everybody needs to understand why they do this, because they need the energy. They absolutely need it. If they don't get the energy, they cannot do the things they want to do on this earth, because Satan won't have the energy to go against the true light. He uses the opposite energy of that true light to go against it. But if you're using the energy off of something else, obviously that energy is much more superior than yours. Think about that. Let's go with the rest of it. Over here, you want to see a Mason symbol right here on the wall.
John, this is the Lakewood neighborhood of Northeast Houston. The conditions are just horrific.
See it?
Have our photojournalist Eddie Crow.
Says Mason right there.
Hill 10.
And the star right there.
Way Road going down there. You can see the devastation of the flooding. It has not receded. It has only risen in the last 24 to 48 hours, and the rain is still pounding, and they're going to get more of it over the next few days. We just pulled up on these 4 good people who were waiting on their cars, and the water was rising as we got to them. So it was fortunate timing. This is Marilyn Rice. We just got you out of your home. Marilyn, how are you feeling right now?
I feel wonderful. And I thank God for y'all coming to rescue us.
Listen to this bullshit. And look at this lady laughing at you. It's called duping the light.
And news people and different ones to come and rescue us. So we thank God for y'all.
These little murky smiles are part of the ritual. So I hope they want you to get mad at them. They don't care. They want all the reaction they can get from you. Here's what the reaction should be. This is fake. Turn it off. That's what your reaction should be. But nobody will, because nobody knows. They just keep feeding the beast.
Having the mind and the heart to come in and see about us.
It wasn't us, it was the team of guys here who were driving this boat and everything. This is, your name, ma'am, again? Beverly. She and her son, Donnell Johnson.
Stop right now. Red and white Mason colors into the triangles. The umbrella is another symbolism. Remember the umbrella? Another symbolism, right? Of covering your faith, covering yourself, your true light. 66, Philip 66, again, an opportunity that they use in these rituals to advertise their companies. The same companies that are part of this, that provide the money and the energy for these idiots. We know that they're reptilians also. We do know that. I know it. If you don't know it, he's a reptilian. I've busted him already. I've got him blowing up 1,000,000 times on video. All these actors are reptilians, they're Masons. Okay, I don't know where they come from or where they're, even if they live in that area, northeast Houston, I don't care, it doesn't matter.
Here, we're on their car, we just pulled them off their car. Beverly, what do you feel about what's happening?
They pulled them off their car.
It's completely total. But I thank God that y'all came by, and I thank God for you all, because we've been sitting there waiting on somebody to come by and help us.
How long were you waiting on the car?
About 2 days, I think.
2 days?
Yeah.
Donnell, how do you feel about it?
Bullshit. She's waiting on her car for 2 fucking days, people. The water is fucking up to his knees. That's it. Where he's standing at, you tell me this isn't a setup? It is. It's a setup set. Why wouldn't they do it over there where they rescued him at? That's where you want to see the magic, is where it's happening. Isn't that what news is about? Why bring them all the way down here, dress them up in Sunday clothes, put hats on them, take them to the fucking barbershop, give them some fucking accessories, put raincoats over them, dress them up and have them smile at you with a fucking rain, with a Mason symbolism with the 66 right here for deception. Why do all that? What? She has her nails are done. Okay? She looked like she'd been waiting on the top of a car for 2 days. Fake. Show this to people. They're tired of this shit. Sick of it. It's the reason why people are divided. Because of these fucking channels like this. Cable news. And regular mainstream media news. And even the alternative media is fooling people. You don't have a chance when the mainstream media is playing the driver's position and you got alternative media people out here taking shots from every fucking angle. You don't have a chance. They control this shit. All your favorite channels on YouTube are fake. Get over it.
Oh, we're just grateful. That's all it is, too. We're grateful.
Stop. Mason hat. There's the symbol, the compass, right there in your fucking face. See it? And it even has the soul, S-O-L, I believe that is right there, or I can't see the name of it, but we'll see. We'll take a look at that. But that's the Mason symbol right there in your face again. There's 3 Mason symbols. One on the war, one on the umbrella, and one right here. That's 3 of them right in your face. Is that a coincidence? No, it's not. It's not a coincidence, people, at all. It just isn't a coincidence at all. Show people this shit. Let them know that these people created this. There's people suffering in fucking Houston because of these idiots, these orchestrated shit that they did. Let them know there's people there doing that, and also let them know that they're faking it. When you tell people, show them. CNN is faking it. There are real people down there hurting, they're faking it. Playing on the emotions of real shit that's going on. It's the skankiest damn thing in the world.
To God and to you guys for just coming out to see about us, because we have been calling these numbers that were given to us and no one ever came. We kept getting excuses or, should I say, past.
Stop. You just busted his ass. That was a fucking producer or director right behind him watching this shit. It's a fucking skank-ass fucking security watch. See ya? The fucking...
Because we have been...
Right there. Here he is right there. Reporter or security guard with the fucking things here. That's probably a government asshole. She had her nails done and her hair done and she had a Sunday dress on, for Christ's sake. Was she on the car for 2 days? You telling me this man couldn't get over off the car across the street or something? Well, you couldn't even use something in your car for a floating device? Jesus, come on, give me a break here. Wait till you see how deep the water is right here where they're at. You're going to love it. And they're standing in the water. Why? Why are they standing in the water if they're on safe ground? Why? Because it's fucking part of it. It gives you more than you need.
Calling these numbers that were given to us and no one ever came. We kept getting excuses.
Here's the message right here. Listen.
Should I say pass-ons? And
people get responsible.
We got some rescue.
I'm asking all the citizens to get involved.
So here's the deal, man. Just want to share something with everybody real quick. Florida is in turmoil. Everybody's trying to get out of Florida, man. And I just was able to get on a train to get from Fort Lauderdale only to Jacksonville, which is still in Florida. I'm not even going to tell y'all what they charged me to do that. A normal train ride that normally costs a few dollars, outrageous. There's people at the train station who is trying to get on a train. They would not let them on the train because they said the train was already sold out. There's too many people that's on the train already. The train is sold out. I get on the train. This is what the train look like. Bruh, there's empty seats on the train. Why are y'all not letting people get on the train and try to get to safety and try to get out of the way of this 5-point Richter scale hurricane that's coming through here? Why y'all not letting people try to get out of here? Listen, y'all see this walkway? Y'all see this walkway? This walkway should be full of people. It should be people having to stand up smushed in between here to get out of harm's way, bro. Man, they shady, man. Real talk. So right now, man, I was blessed enough and lucky enough to get on a train, man, to try to make it to Jacksonville. I've been going through this for like 3 days now trying to get out of Florida, man. It's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about to head to Jacksonville to try to get a flight out of Jacksonville to get way away from Florida, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. This train should be full of people standing up, all of that. Not people who bought a seat, people who's trying to get to safety. It's ridiculous, man. But I'm headed to Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? We'll see where we go from there. This is going on like my 3rd day trying to get out of here, man. Because I'm not going to be here when this hurricane come through here. I'm from the 405, you know what I'm saying? We don't do all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to keep telling us. Yeah, we shake and bake. I'm about to use this bathroom real quick. No, I will not be sitting down on anything, standing up. Yeah, that's where I'm about to go to real quick. Yeah. Do a number 1 real quick, okay? You want to help me hold it? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Okay. So anyway, I'm getting up out of here, Jacksonville. Yay, yay.
Gasoline shortage in Florida is making it even harder for people trying to get out of Irma's path. We have seen this everywhere we go. 42% of gas stations in Miami and Fort Lauderdale are empty, according to the Gas Buddy app. 44% are out of gas in West Palm Beach. 37% are empty in Tampa, St. Pete. David Begno is at a Turnpike rest stop in Pompano Beach, just north of Miami here, where evacuees are trying to fill up. David?
Jeff, good morning. The weather couldn't be better for getting out of town. Here in Pompano Beach, we found fuel. That's why we wanted to tell you where it was in case you're evacuating north. As you pull into the Shell station here, there are 32 pumps in Pompano Beach. We're right off the Florida Turnpike. So if you're headed north to Orlando, you can't miss it. Guys will wave you in. Right now, it's pretty nice. You see car after car pulling in, but there's not a really big line this morning. In fact, as you drive in, you've got the Florida Highway Patrol that's policing the situation. These gentlemen with red flags will stop you there in case there's a line at the pump. And if you notice, the traffic moving north on the turnpike is flowing, moving nicely right now. In the city of Miami, though, it's a whole lot tougher. Take a look. This man left Miami and says he couldn't find an open gas station For nearly 70 miles, he had to push his car to the pump.
It becomes very difficult to keep up with that level of demand.
Patrick DeHaan, senior petroleum analyst at GasBuddy, put some of the blame on Hurricane Harvey, which knocked out oil refineries in Texas.
The fact that fuel supply is already constrained is making this situation almost as bad as it gets.
The Trump administration has eased regulations to get gas to stations more quickly. Governor Rick Scott has ordered police escorts for tanker trucks.
For gas stations and evacuation zones, we need you to stay open as long as possible so people can get out. We will arrange police escorts for your employees so they can get out safely.
Those flying out of Irma's path face long lines at airports. More than 4,000 flights have been canceled. American Airlines will stop flying from its Miami hub this afternoon. Delta is using bigger planes to take more than 2,000 people out of the region.
Hopefully the storm will stay on track and it won't get hit till Saturday and we'll be out of here.
Also on the move, the U.S. Coast Guard, which started on Thursday clearing out its helicopters and planes. They don't plan to be back to do rescues until Irma's gone.
So if the Coast Guard's leaving, that should probably give you an indication of the severity of this storm.
If you've got the GasBuddy app on your phone, it's being updated in real time. By the way, here in Pompano Beach, this is a great place to get fuel. It's right off the turnpike. You exit to the left-hand side, and the gas station owner tells us we're staying open as long as we can. No closing time set.
That's the first gas station I've seen here that hasn't had blocks, multiple blocks long a wait. David, thank you very much.
In South Florida, mandatory evacuations began today. We have reports from Manuel Bojorquez in Key Largo and Mark Strassman in Miami Beach. First, Manny.
Before the rush to leave town, there was the scramble to find supplies to board up homes and businesses in the Florida Keys.
Sold stuff before we can even get it off the truck, basically.
Daniel Michael manages this hardware store his parents have owned for more than 40 years.
Everybody's kind of just crazily going everywhere, and we're out of all of our inventory, and there's no gas left.
The major concern here is storm surge. The islands average about 6 feet above sea level. The surge from Hurricane Irma has the potential to be more than 9 feet high. Florida Governor Rick Scott traveled to the Keys today.
Every Floridian should take this seriously and be aggressive to protect their family.
The governor estimates 25,000 people in the state have already evacuated. Elizabeth Prieto is heading for higher ground for the first time in decades.
I'm scared. Category 5, never been through one, been through a 4, but never a 5, and I don't want to be here.
Hospitals in the Keys, like Mariners, are evacuating too. Critical care patients have been moved north, says CEO Rick Freeberg.
So come 7 p.m. tomorrow, this hospital is...
Close the doors.
Close the doors. If you get any critical patients, then...
They will have to be go north.
Traffic is starting to build up here along Highway 1, the only major roadway out of the Florida Keys. Visitors have already been ordered to leave, and residents will be under a mandatory evacuation starting this evening. Mark Strassman is monitoring preparations along Miami Beach.
I'm Mark Strassman. Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Jimenez has just ordered some mandatory evacuations in the county. The mayor says that while no one will force residents to leave their homes, if Hurricane Irma hits, fire, rescue, and police may not be able to reach them. If Irma swamps Miami Beach, Roy Coley has to drain it.
What you have here is our control panel.
The city's Public Works Assistant Director today inspected and flushed all 34 pumping stations. He has 30 more temporary pumps on standby.
Is there anything about these pumps that could really save this city?
If you get a Cat 5 direct hit on this city, there's nothing our pumps could do to prevent flooding. All our pumps are going to be capable of is when the storm is over to recover quickly.
Make you nervous?
Very.
Roughly 90,000 people, many elderly, live in a city that averages 3 feet above sea level. Mayor Philip Levine expects voluntary evacuations to become mandatory.
They need to listen. No one needs to be a superhero here. We want them off the island.
In eastern Broward County, mandatory evacuations go into effect at noon tomorrow. South Floridians stampeded for food and water. A cop kept order at this gas station where some drivers waited 90 minutes. Eliza Arnold will head inland.
It's terrifying. I mean, everything that just happened in Houston, it's just scary. And I hope that everyone takes the necessary precautions and is safe.
An evacuation order here in Miami-Dade County would cover low-lying communities and almost 500,000 people. Anthony, that line of traffic is going to be here all night long.
There is. Mark Strassman in Miami. Thanks very much.
Hi, good afternoon, YouTube. So I just got a message in my inbox stating that Obama recently signed Executive Order 13603. We should be concerned, immediately concerned. It goes on to read, and smart folks are outraged because this little-known executive order could be the trigger that leads to more government control and possibly even martial law. Because thanks to this executive order, Obama now has the power to take complete control of our country at the drop of a hat. Pay attention. He's got nothing to lose because he's a quote-unquote lame duck president. Here's what the Washington Times warned. Quote, Executive Order 13603, National Defense Resources Preparedness, states that in case a war or national emergency, the federal government has the authority to take over almost every aspect of American society: food, livestock, farming equipment, manufacturing, industry, energy, transportation, hospitals, healthcare facilities, water resources, defense, and construction. All of it could fall under the control of Mr. Obama. The order empowers the president to dispense these vast resources as he sees fit during a national crisis, end quote. Ugh, that sure sounds like martial law, folks. It goes on to read, outraged by Executive Order 13603, want to know more? It states the worst part, Obama can choose when and where to use this power. To use this new power. It's not restricted by Congress in any way, so he could decide to use it whenever it suits his fancy. And not to be a fearmonger, but can you imagine what could happen if Hillary gets elected? They'll be able to use Executive Order 1366032. Yikes. It makes sense that some folks see this as an unprecedented move by the government to take over even more of our personal freedoms, squash them up, and toss them by the wayside, along with the other freedoms that they've already trampled and left in the dirt recently. Here is the important thing. This is a huge wake-up call on how critical it is that you get prepared now to be more self-reliant and ready for anything, because you don't want to rely on this or any government to take care of you in a crisis. Makes sense, right? There's an old saying used throughout history by dictators like Mao and Stalin, quote, control the food, control the people, end quote. So the first thing you need to worry about in a crisis or natural disaster situation is where your next meal is coming from. You don't want to have to look at your family and have to tell them, quote, we're running out of food, or worse yet, we've got nothing to eat, end quote.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You guys are gonna just look at this one. We got FEMA barges, ladies and gentlemen, coming to Houston. This moron, somebody, I think it was like a mayor or something, said they're like river boats. They're like river boats. They're like floating prisons, you moron mayor. Look at this, you guys. We got FEMA barges. And by the way, I heard they didn't even pass inspection. These things look like a jail inside. Port Arthur mayor clarified temporary housing situation for city. This guy right here, Derek Freeman, the mayor, posted a clarification to the temporary housing situation regarding the FEMA barges coming to Port Arthur. Mayor Derek Freeman posted a clarification to the temporary housing situation regarding the FEMA barges coming to Port Arthur. There will be 2 FEMA barges, which will hold 300 Arthur. On his Facebook, clarifying about the barges that will be used to house displaced residents. Looks like a jail. That looks like jail. Take a look at that. It looks like jail. And they're floating on water? FEMA barges? You gotta be kidding me. Port Arthur, please allow me to clarify our housing situation as of right now. We have 270 citizens in shelter. We have citizens in... Added to that, we have 250 plus citizens being displaced by flooding on their first floor apartments. Then we currently have some 4,000 plus citizens sheltering in their homes. PAISD, whatever the hell that is. First thought, they would be out 4 to 5 weeks. But after assessing the damage on all the campuses, they were able to get our kids back. They were able to get our kids back. Gwendolyn Donahue, displaced resident who is currently staying at the Red Cross shelter at Thomas Jefferson Middle School, is not happy with this type of temporary housing. To live from shelter to shelter is hard enough, but at this moment, now you're talking about putting me on a barge? Putting me on a barge, a ship? What, you put out a cargo of food to ship around, and now you're talking about this is how I have to live? She was rescued from her home during Hurricane Harvey and transported from shelter to shelter. She said last thing she wants to do is live on a barge on the water. I will say again, I'm not a fish. I'm not a crab. I'm not a shrimp because I don't know nothing about being on a boat. I don't know nothing about being on a boat. County Judge Jeff Branwick said FEMA and the Texas Division of Emergency Management are looking at other options for temporary housing, such as mobile homes, trailers, and shelters. No, they want to get you on those FEMA prison barges, take you out to sea and kill you. Oh, man. Officials are also looking into contract, because you know what? Then all of a sudden another storm comes, and the barge went down with the ship, we got a bunch of deaths. Oh man, I wouldn't step foot on these barges. Officials are also looking into contractors with the sheltering and temporary essential power program who will make repairs to damaged homes and could allow people to move back. Patricia Mooney, another evacuated resident, said she would not mind living on a barge. It's a nice place to regroup. Get yourself together, give it a try. You don't know until you try, said Mooney. Mayor Freeman said 3 meals a day will be offered at the barges along with laundry and satellite TV. And when another hurricane comes and basically flips over the barge, you'll be dead. But until then, you'll have satellite TV. You never know until you try it. Get on the barge. Officials are looking at different security options and are discussing the possibility of separating men and women on the barges. Judge Brannick said he believes a screening process will be in place to prevent sex offenders and criminals from staying on the barge. Oh, this gets just better and better. This just gets better and better. This gets better and better. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to hell. Yeah, your new house is here. It's called the FEMA barge. It's called the FEMA barge. And it's hell on earth. So let's pack you all in there, and then when the next storm comes, we're going to just basically have it sink to the bottom of the sea. Good riddance. But you'll get your satellite television and 3 square meals a day.
This is what I'm talking about. Look at these little things here. See what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck these is, but from my understanding and what I know of, the shit look like some different type of shit to me. I'm thinking on some serious terms as far as y'all know how I get down. Y'all know what I think. So, I mean, I'm just saying, what y'all think? And then they got the addresses look like cell block numbers on this motherfucker. You know? And I'm not understanding this. For this just to be a new, what they say, development and a different thing of housing, why in the fuck is they looking like this, man? Why do they look like jail cells? Why do they look like concentration camp cribs to me? And they supposed to be building more. So this whole area, that whole area, and just to mention for y'all that don't know that's in Detroit, these little huts are on 16th, the block of 16th and Grand River, right off the corner of Hancock. So that's where I'm at, and just letting y'all know. Look once again. This is supposed to be the new housing. This is supposed to be a new development, different housing, and trying something different, so they say. So I don't know, but I'm about to try to find the fuck out. So y'all just stay tuned, stay with me, and see if I can get somebody out this motherfucker, all right? Like I said, I'm knocking on doors and shit, because I don't understand. Matter of fact, let me go over here and knock on this motherfucker real quick, because I see cars and shit out here. So that let me know that somebody is somewhere. So here we go. Trying to figure something out here, man. Cause I don't like the looks of this shit. Look at this motherfucker. Reinforced steel doors and all kind of shit. Look at this shit. Look at this motherfucker, man. But this is new housing, though. My mama and them said they let them in at one time. They got cameras and shit all over the place. My mama said they let them in at one time, and they was trying to see what was what, figuring about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? But that was after the fact that they had came and they had saw what they saw, and they was feeling kind of uneasy about it. So they decided to come back. And when they came back, well, actually, before they decided to come back, they supposed to have been having, they had announced that they was going to have some type of open house for these things. So that's what it seems like that they doing, what they was doing at the time, and they was able to, see, look at this address. See what I'm talking about? Shit look like cell block numbers. I mean, I don't get that, but that's what it's looking like. But anyway, yeah, so they came and they said they went through them, and hell, they say it was just, well, y'all can see ain't nobody answering this motherfucker, so I'm gonna go try something else. But they say that the people told them that it was just, like I said, new housing type shit. It's something that they knew that they doing, but I don't trust it. I don't believe it, and quiet as a kept, I think it's something more to it. I think it's a lot more to it. So I'm about to go and continue to try to knock and see if I can get anybody to come to these doors. Y'all just stay with me. Oh, we got a bell this time. Like I say, it just don't make no sense to me at all, man. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm good. My name is Antonio. Hi. And I was just wondering, because somebody had let me know about this at one time, and it was actually my sister, and I didn't know what was going on. So when she told me, I came by just to see what was going on, and I couldn't catch anybody because it was raining. So I decided I'd come back another day. So today is the day, and I just wanted to ask if I can get anybody. What are these?
Oh, well, I'm not from here.
Okay. Okay.
So people just live in it.
They're living in it? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. But it's not for no media or nothing like that.
I just like to be.
Okay, that's cool. I'm sorry about that. Well, I can just hold it down. If I can hold it down, is that cool? Okay.
But
So
I can't tell you much because I'm not from here. I'm not the one. People living there. People,
so they live in all of them. People just living in all of them. Is they all occupied?
I
So
think the person responsible for building the keys is a prostitute.
okay, because I just knocked over there. I didn't get any answer. So, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you if I was. Yeah, but I just wanted to know what exactly was going on because it looks kind of different, definitely, but odd. You know what I mean?
It's just an architecture that's different. I mean, they're
Just doing something new. Because that's what I looked it up online and they said that same thing, that it was just doing something new. So.
That's what I think, but I've never met the guy. I don't know if he's never met the guy that is responsible.
Okay.
But I know people living there, some are Airbnb, it depends.
Okay. So, but are you aware that they supposed to be building lots and lots and lots and lots and lots more?
I think it would be cool, but I don't know. I don't even know.
But you think it'd be cool?
I guess that, well, I mean, they're seem okay. You know, like if they're, I don't know, people are happy with it. I have a person, I take a
Right. Like I said, I knocked a few times and didn't get any answer. So, okay. Well, thanks a lot. I just wanted to come and see what was going on. Like I said again, I apologize if I did not mean to impose. And you have a nice day. All right. Thanks. Well, as y'all can see, I came, I saw, I talked, and I'm not sure if y'all can probably hear her good, but she was basically saying that, basically the same thing that the internet was telling me when I looked at it. So she don't know much because she's not from here, and she just living it, and everybody else lives in, I guess, the rest of them. I saw another guy walking past, but I was engaged in the conversation with her at the time, and I didn't want to be rude and just cut it off and then start talking to him. But I did somewhat of an investigation, and like I said, she said that for y'all that couldn't hear her, she said that that they just live in here, and basically the same thing the internet told me when I looked on there, that it was just new housing and a new type of development that they doing. And like I said, I was just wondering what was going on, which now I know. Well, I've been new, but it's the same thing the internet's saying, and it just don't set well with me, you know what I mean? And they supposed to be, and I asked her, was she aware that they supposed to be building thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of more of these things? And she said, well, no, she didn't, but she thought that it would be cool. And I asked her, you think it would be cool? And she, either she shied away from it, or maybe she was out thinking herself and wanted to answer it, but didn't because something else came up and she just threw that out. But as y'all see, I came and did it. Sus, I came and did it. You see, I did that. No harm, no foul, no fear. Because shit like this, we got a right to know about. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it looks odd and weird. And that's exactly what the fuck it looked, odd and weird. And like I said, once again, man, y'all take a look. Go back to this video, and I'm gonna post some pictures, too, so y'all can see it. But go back and take a look, and look real hard at these addresses, man, and how they resemble cell block numbers. You know what I mean? And I mean, like I said, the whole thing is just is real itchy with me. You know what I mean? It's real itchy, and it don't rub me right at all. It rubs me completely the wrong way. So I had to come find out what's going on once again, like I said, because everybody needs to know what the fuck is going on. Shit like this, But I did that, and I will be back to talk to more. And yeah, that's basically about the end of that, So hit that comment section. Let me know what y'all think of it. And let me tell y'all this too. This design, architectural design, is not just here. It's not going to just be laid out and executed here. It's going to be everywhere. And then you think about the coming shit that was going on and all this and then all of that, you know what I mean? Is all of this shit connected? You know what I mean? Because I really believe that it is. I don't believe none of this shit that's happening is happening by coincidence. I believe it's all happening and it's for a reason, and it's all connected. You know what I mean? It's just common sense, man. You know, you got to be a fool to not be able to see what the fuck is going on and connect these dots, man, because they there. And yeah, y'all, that's about that. So once again, hit that comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this, because I personally, like I said, y'all already know what I think. Y'all think it's bullshit. You know, and I'm not saying that she knows exactly what's going on, because maybe she don't. Maybe she's one of the naive ones. Who knows? You know what I mean? But at the same time, I know that that's not that. You know, and I feel sorry for, I pity the fool who think that it is. You know, so once again, hit that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know y'all opinions. And this your boy O. I'm out.